Well, greetings, boils and ghouls, and welcome to another fine edition of Monster Creature Feature, the show all about monsters and monster movies. I am, of course, your mangled and moist host, Ormon Grimsby, also known as The Undertaker. Well, first, I wanted to talk to you about something important to me and, therefore, to you as well. You know, while I am an Undertaker, there seems to be some confusion about other aspects of my persona. It is true that I do look younger than my many, many years, and I do not want to give the impression that I've gone beyond the veil of pallor. I don't know. But I am not a zombie. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just that many of my organs still work and my fluids still pump when they're not in jars. These rugged good looks come from a life well lived, as a matter of fact. But from the time I was born, and then when I was 6 and had to crawl my way out of my mother's womb, tooth and nail, my mom would beat me savagely, saying, "Have a skill to fall back on, you filthy abomination." Oh, Mom. I wanted a skill that would always be in demand, so I chose sin eating. Yes, sin eating, that delightful practice of absorbing the worldly sins of the dead by consuming a finely meal laid out on their fresh cadavers. With each morsel, I would choke and lick down off their, cooling abdomen. A sin transfers from them to me. Finger licking good. As many of you may be aware, times have been tough, and I must say Ormon Grimsby's pocketbook has been no exception to the rule, and that's why I've been freelancing, doing my own sideline business as a sin eater. And with the deaths of so many political careers lately, my plate has been quite full. Ba-dum-bum. I know what you're asking. Ormon, what are you blathering about, you demented screwhead? Why should I care about sin eating? Well, I'm glad you asked, although you call me a demented screwhead again, and I'll gut you like an antelope. Take a gander at my new infomercial, would you? My friends, Ormon Grimsby here with a word for you. You know, we're living in an era where everybody is preaching accountability and personal responsibility. Personal responsibility. Personal responsibility. Excess and greed and waste and debauchery are no longer acceptable. Is that getting you down? Is conforming to good citizenship cramping your style? You need a way to enjoy your life without worrying about becoming a sinkhole of degradation. You need a sin eater. You need Ormon Grimsby. Ormon Grimsby. Ormon Grimsby. Don't give up the little things in life you love because of guilt or shame. Live your life like God intended. And when you're dead, I will eat your sins away. Pride, sloth, gluttony, envy, adultery, extortion, murder, pride, sloth, gluttony, envy, adultery, extortion, murder. Leave a gigantic carbon footprint. Heck, go out and club baby seals with baby seals. And when you're gone, your family will call me and I'll come over and eat your little sins away. That's right. Ormon Grimsby. Call now 1-555-ORMON-EATS. That's right. 1-555-ORMON-EATS. Ormon guarantees it. I guarantee it. Or your money back. Or your money back. Or your money back. Ormon eats. Sin eating at its best. Ormon guarantees it. Or your money back. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and sin. And then die. And then call me, Ormon Grimsby. You'll be glad you did. Oh, it seems someone's on the plasmatron. We better check it out. Let's see who's on the horn tonight. Hello, Ormon Grimsby, Sin Eater to the Stars.
Hey Ormon, this is Rik Surly, promoter of Trash-O-Rama.
Trash-O-Rama taking place on May 9th this year. Surely you must have some sins to eat, huh?
Yes it is. It's happening May 9th at Volume 11 Tavern right here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
That's great. Well, can you explain a little bit what exactly is this thing called Trash-O-Rama?
Trash-O-Rama is a benefit rock and roll, car and bike, and burlesque show. All the proceeds go to dog rescue and adoption, helping our furry friends out there, multiple charities. And we did it for we started doing this 3 years ago. We started doing it for the love of rock and roll, fast cars, hot women, and the dogs.
So, how long have you been doing this thing called Trash-O-Rama? I love that, Trash-O-Rama.
This is the third year. The past 2 years we've had it in Richmond, Virginia, and we decided to come to Raleigh to bring the rock, ladies, and fast cars, and the dogs.
Well, what were some of the influences, or how could you say, why did you decide to put this event together?
Well, being a concert promoter for quite a while, me and my wife decided that what we were seeing wasn't cutting it, and the places that we were going, where they were having these events, were doing very well. So we came to an area, we moved down here and came to an area that didn't have that, and decided that, you know, we wanted to see rock and roll. We know a lot of bands out there. We have a lot of people that have hot rods, hot bikes, and decided to put the show together. And since our friends do something similar, we decided to do the proceeds going to dog charity.
Can you tell us about some of the bands that will be playing at the event?
The bands we have this year: Anti-Scene, Destructo Rock Legends, 25 years running strong. We also have Dexter Romweber of the Flat Duo Jets. We have Joe Buck from Hank III's band. We also have Captain Sean from Throw Rag, Mean Man of the Brass Knuckle Band, the Tremors. I'm sure you've heard of the Tremors. And Psycho Charger, I think you might have known Psycho Charger at one time. The Kings of Hell, the Memphis Morticians, and the Crank County Daredevils. And got a little bit something for everybody. Honky tonk, rockabilly, punk rock, glam rock, a little bit of something for everyone.
What influences were involved in creating the event, bringing it together, shall we say?
No, we know what we like. We like a lot of different types of music and different types of cultures. Tattoo, hot rods being one of them. And you know, when everybody grows up, all their musical influences and their particular tastes come out. And it seems like by putting all that together, combining everything into one big show, was the best thing. Instead of trying to do a series of small shows, we decided to do one big show. And each year it's gotten bigger and bigger. So we keep getting bigger bands, more crowd, more events within the show, and kind of just combined everything together. We love tattoos, we love dogs, we love hot rods, but we don't like one of them any more than the other. And music being the thing that brings us all together, we thought that would be the best way to top it off and fill in all the gaps.
Mm-hmm. And what would you like to see happen to this event as time progresses?
Well, we just want to see as much support as we can possibly get. You know, everybody seems to support it at one time or another at pretty much everything that's on the bill, whether it's music, cars and bikes, burlesque, animal charities, and we just want to see the support of all of that, not particularly one thing, but all of that together should be supported in such a way to where we help support the bands that come out. We help support the people that build these cars by hand, the bikes, the hand-built bikes and everything. Support the girls who dance and shake their money maker all night, and most of all, support the dogs that need homes.
Excellent! And can you tell us the schedule for May the 9th?
We'll have the burlesque review with multiple entertainers to open the show. Then the first band will go on. That's me, Man of the Brass Knuckle Band. And after that, between every band, we'll have a different burlesque performer up on stage up until the end of the night. Grand finale, anti-scene at the end of the night. There should be a lot of smoke and blood at the end of the night.
And the Hot Rod Show?
The Hot Rod Show starts at 10 o'clock, goes through 5 o'clock. We'll have the awards at 5 o'clock. Pre-1976 cars, and all motorcycles are welcome.
And where exactly are you from, Mr. Surly?
I grew up in LA. Yeah. And I grew up on Movie Mac. You know, she was right there at KHJ Channel 9. And every Saturday night I'd sit there with my 7-Eleven 3D glasses and watch those old Vincent Price flicks. And then I started getting the Fangoria magazine. And that opened me up to a whole new area of horror host. And I always thought it was great. And I think more cities should have that type of TV show. Definitely the old B movies are the way to go when it comes to remembering what happened. I mean, everybody knows Plan 9 from Outer Space. You can probably recite every line from it from front to back. And that's the tried and true. That is the true grit. I do believe stuff like that sticks around a lot longer than these remakes and a lot of the rehashed new movies that are coming out. So paying homage to whatever's tried and true is the way to go.
Holy cow, hot rods, burlesque, hot women, tattoo art, fantastic bands including Psychocharger. Oh my goodness, I can't believe my ears. Find more information at Trash-O-Rama.com.
This is Rik Surly with Trash-O-Rama. You're watching Monster Creature Feature TV with Ormon Grimsby.
Well, that was delightful. Make sure you all get out to Trash-O-Rama down at Tavern 11, May the 9th, to roll around in all the depravity.
I don't get nothing. I take what I need and I ride hard. Ormon, how's it going?
Oh, it's you, Teenage Werewolf. What do you want? You're tying up my line.
Yeah, it's me. Hey, Ormon, listen, I need your help. I had a little bit of an accident.
Chasing cars, no doubt.
No, you demented screwhead. Listen, not my fault, but I found myself mauling a squad of cheerleaders, and now the sheriff's after me, and look, I need you to sign a piece of paper saying I'm harmless for the court. You know, like you did last time when I mauled that squad of other cheerleaders.
What exactly is that you're... What are you on?
What? This is my ride, Hefe. This is my hog. Have you ever heard of Werewolves on Wheels? Yeah, it's my new picture. I'm writing it, I'm starring in it, and I'm directing it. It's gonna be great. Great!
You know, I'm a little busy right now hosting a show. How about you call some other sucker?
Don't you hang up on me, Grimsby. I got nowhere else to go. I'll find you, and I'll maul your favorite squad of cheerleaders. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Hello, Ormon Grimsby. How may I charge you?
Hello.
Well, look who it is. It's Jimmy Psycho from the one and only band Psycho Charger. Hello, Jimmy.
Hello, everybody out there. How are you?
Delicious. And perhaps you would be kind enough to tell us a little bit about how Psycho Charger started, would you?
Well, it's a long story. It was just start off me, myself, and I in my little home studio down in Miami Beach, Florida, trying to put something together to get some music out, some ideas I had about this whole industrial rockabilly surf kind of thing, and couldn't really find anybody that could commit to ideas, so I decided to just do it myself and put some songs together on tape and started singing them out. And then so what I do, I didn't have a band, so I booked a whole bunch of shows, so it kind of lit a fire under my ass to get a band together to go out and do some live stuff. So played down in Miami for a little while and moved up to the city, and that's kind of where it all started to come together, the whole concept, everything. So.
And what were some of the influences that made you want to do this?
For me, it all started with Elvis. You know, I was very fortunate growing up. My mom had a bunch of old Sun Record 45s like Elvis, Johnny Cash, and Jerry Lee Lewis. And as I got older, I got into bands like, you know, Skinny Puppy, and so I kind of was into like the whole electronic, you know, industrial end of things. And I knew there must be some way to kind of combine the two. So. Then I was always into horror as well, so, you know, bands like the Cramps and the Misfits were also a profound influence on me as well, just trying to put everything together in one big package, I guess you'd say.
You know, Jimmy, many of our fans are fans of your album, Curse of the Psycho. Perhaps you could tell us a little bit about the insights into making that CD?
The Psycho came about it was a result of us being affiliated with a couple other record labels that didn't really deliver on things that they promised that they would do for us for the first 2 CDs. So luckily for us, we retained all the rights to our music, and we just realized that you really can't rely on anybody but yourself when it really comes down to it to getting your music out there. You just can't wait around for somebody else to kind of pick up the pieces and do things for you. So we took a very proactive approach and just put everything out on our own CD, you know, 20 songs on one CD, and it made a world of difference with you know, knowing where everything was and just our general satisfaction with the music in general.
You know, you use a lot of movie samples in your songs. Fantastic stuff. I wonder, are they a source of inspiration when you're trying to come up with ideas, you know, brain?
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of will hear something in a movie, and I've often like written a song based upon like that sample. Like, it's just like one of those trigger things. You just kind of hear it, and the light bulb goes on. You just kind of know, all right, this would be a great intro to a song.
You know, another band that used a lot of obscure movie samples, Skinny Puppy, they used quite a bit, didn't they?
It's funny because they really used a lot of that stuff, and it's just kind of like, you know, you'll sit there and you go, wait a minute, I've heard this voice and this bit before here, but I just don't know where. Then, like, you know, 2 weeks later you listen to like an album, and there it is, you know, hitting you right in the face. Yeah.
So, are you working on anything new at this time? Something for our ears to be delighted by?
Yeah, like I said, you know, Curse of Psycho was kind of like a lot of the songs that we did over the past, you know, 4 or 5 years with our first 2 CDs. So we kind of feel like those songs finally got, like, you know, their due, so to speak. So our next project is just to sit down and record some new stuff, you know, come up with a new CD's worth of material over the winter time, and then, you know, in the spring put that out, or, you know, maybe even try to reach out and see if somebody, we've already been contacted about people that might want to put out the new CD, but we're very much on the fence, like when somebody else do it, we just want to kind of continue on the process of doing it ourselves. So yeah, maybe in the spring there'll be something new out, hopefully.
You know, you tour extensively. You get to come to North Carolina all the time, including to Trash-O-Rama this May 9th.
Yeah, it was a little bit of everything. It kind of came out of a thing of necessity because sadly the music scene in New York City has really kind of changed a lot. You know, it's even independent music is very hard to come by in the city. So we're just kind of like always being contacted about playing some really great shows that are out and about. So you kind of like, we'll set up a show that's 300 miles away, and then you just kind of like try to fill in the dots as you're going along. So it ends up we're always traveling to do a show and out and back, that kind of thing.
I have to ask, what are some of your favorite places to play?
Yeah, definitely. It seems like some of the best shows are down south. Like we're here in North Carolina. You know, always like the highlight of our year to come down to the Carolinas and do shows down here.
And I've always wondered, how did you develop your definitive sound that you have?
You know, I wish I could nail it down. It's just kind of like, you know, I get this idea in my head, and a lot of times the idea I have in my head, the song ends up sounding nothing like it. Sometimes it ends up sounding just like it. But, you know, just like when I set out to do this whole rockabilly, psychobilly thing, it was really important because, like, there's a lot of bands out there that are doing it now, and it was just always very important for us to really kind of put our own imprint on it to make it stand out and be a little bit different, not really fall into the specified framework of the genre, I guess you could say. So, yeah, you know, come up with tunes, you know, in your head, and I spend a lot of time riding the subways in New York, and that's really where I write a lot of the lyrics while I'm waiting on trains or sitting on the subway. So I always carry on like about 5 or 6 different notepads with me, you know, various scribbles on it. So it really comes out.
You know, the whole hot rod, tattoo, rockabilly counterculture scene is really building in popularity, especially in the South. I wonder, is it as big up in New York as it is here?
Yeah, you know, it is very popular in the city. But the thing is, it's a little more compartmentalized. Like, you know, it's kind of like in the city, you don't really have a lot of space, and nobody really has a car, so nobody really has a hot rod. So, you know, the money that people would take to put into hot rods, they'll like put that money into tattoos or vintage clothing or you know, music equipment, you know, things, or apartment furnishings. There's a lot more of that end of it. You know, there are car clubs in the city, but a lot of that's kind of like out in Brooklyn where there's a little more warehouse space. But for like the people that like live in Manhattan, there's not a lot of room. You know, you can't like work on your 54 Plymouth on 82nd Street. You know, you gotta definitely have the garage space. But it's definitely there, definitely there.
You know, I wonder with the undercurrent of horror in most of your music, if you have any aspirations to work on any films of your own.
Yeah, that would really be one of my that's something I've always wanted to try to do, is write some original music for a you know, independent horror film would just be something I've always really wanted to do, because we feel a real kinship with a lot of these independent filmmakers that are out there, you know, trying to make things happen. Now, I'm not talking about like independent filmmaker who has $1 million budget from Miramax Studios, but we're talking about the guy who's out there talking to all his friends into putting something together on the weekends, maxing out his credit cards, taking out a second mortgage on his house because he has a project that he really believes in. So, yeah, anybody out there, drop us a line. We're incredibly easy to work with.
Wow, that is really cool.
You know, it is. We really feel like we're like all in it together. You know, it's just kind of like I said. You know, it's, you know, if it makes like you know, we're big horror film fans anyway. So it's kind of like if it makes their life a little bit easier, somebody giving them a song or two, we're totally down with it.
Fantastic. And where can folks go to find out more about the band Psychocharger?
Well, probably the best place to start is of course, like everything else, is on the World Wide Web. So we have our website, it's psychocharger.com, and of course, you know, everybody has the MySpace account, just myspace.com/psychocharger. You get all the sight sounds and assorted nonsense there.
And your stage show is unique, to say the least.
Well, here's how the whole stage show really started. Was you know, when we started playing, it just seemed like it was very important for like a lot of the bands that we were playing with that they all had to have like a look or a theme, some kind of uniform. You know, like very popular, like a lot of the surf and garage bands. You had like a very defined theme, and so our theme was, we're like, well, our uniform is, we're not going to have a uniform. We're dead set on playing every show completely naked. But then we kind of realized that 3 guys in tighty-whitey underwear was a hell of a lot funnier than just playing naked. So that came about. Then it just kind of started from there. I think we started playing with like a lot of, you know, gothic rock bands where, you know, the singers would have like a little trickle of blood coming out of the corners of their mouth, and we were like, come on, man, you know, if you're going to do it, really do it. So we said, you want blood? All right, here it is. So we just started covering ourselves in blood on top as another extreme, and then So one show led to another, and our goal was always kind of keep people guessing what we're going to be doing next. So we were always just concocting like various ideas and various themes for shows, and that's kind of how that whole thing started. We're proud to say we never played a straight show.
Thank you to G from Psychocharger. You know, you can check out more from Psychocharger May 9th at Trash-O-Rama, where they'll be playing. But for now, let's catch a little video clip from the album Curse of the Psycho. This is none other than Channel 13.
Hello, Raleigh. This is Jimmy from the band Psychocharger, and you're watching Monster Creature Feature.
You know, this has to be customers.
Sorry. Hey, it's Frank. How's it going? Just giving you
Oh
a
my
call.
word. Look at this.
Oh my, hey, are you there? Hey, pick up, man.
Look at this. Oh my word. It's Ormon Grimsby from that hit show Monster Creature Feature. I didn't know the Plasmatron could get me. All right, Ormon Grimsby here of Monster Creature Feature, and it seems I've snared another musical act in my bog out back behind the mansion here. Tonight we have the Tremors. That's right,
that one and only rockabilly band out of Hillsborough, North Carolina. And we're very lucky to have them with us tonight. But before they perform, we're going to have a chance to get up close and personal with them. We've got Jim, Slim, and Jason. Hi, guys.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey.
So you guys were driving along, and what happened? Just happened into the swamp?
Oh, I don't know. We had a blowout.
Yes, that seems to happen a lot around my abode. So, can you tell us a little bit about your music? You guys are definitely rockabilly.
Yeah, we play rockabilly. You know, we love lots of Sun artists, and you know, we make up our own songs, and you know, or at least we did until we came to your party tonight.
That's right. Well, you can still play music, but it's for me.
We weren't expecting an interview. Oh my God.
So, do horror movies or horror, does that affect some of the music you do?
Yeah, we you know, one of the things that we all get together on is B movies. You know, we love horror movies, and it's a big inspiration to our music, without a doubt. You know, we love, you know, anything from the 50s, and great horror films. Man, you just can't beat them.
That's right. Staple of America.
High point of Western civilization.
That's right. So, how long have you guys been playing?
You want to talk for a while? Sure. Let's turn it over to Slim. You know, I don't want to hog the mic.
We've been together for about 6 years. What do you say, guys? About 6 or 7 years?
Almost
somewhere?
7 years.
Yeah, close to 7 years.
An eternity.
Too long for some bands, yeah.
Well, you know, as far as eternities go, 7 years. I mean, I've been around a little bit longer, but so you guys are centered out of Hillsborough?
We're actually out of Greensboro.
Greensboro. Bad Ormon.
We travel all around the state, get to different states. Every dirge and swamp-ridden slave pit we can find ourselves into, we can weasel into, we're there.
You guys just played, didn't you guys just play the drive-in show?
Yes, Drive-In Invasion in Atlanta.
How did that go?
It's true, it was excellent. We had a blast. A lot of really cool bands, a very cool venue. Yes, we can't wait to go back.
That would be great to have something like that in this area, Raleigh,
Yes,
Chapel
yes,
Hill.
yeah. Find an old rundown drive-in and, yeah, do it up proper.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah, so zombies, thoughts?
I love them.
For dinner, or, I mean, I could be...
As guests or appetizers?
That's right.
Either way.
Okay. Jason, man, a few words?
Sir. Good seeing you.
You too, as well. I've seen some of your artwork lately, and it's reminiscent of the whole genre we've been talking about, the 50s, retro nostalgia. Would you like to talk a little bit about some of the work you've been involved in?
Well, yeah, I started a small independent publishing company called Death Ray Publications, and I try and do artwork that strictly is within the mid-century area. It's reminiscent of the mid-century surf, horror, rockabilly, anything along those lines, and I'm just trying to stay within that genre and try and focus and to specialize in that type of stuff.
I understand you also have a magazine coming out?
I do a... It's a zine, basically, called The Death Ray, and it is basically just to promote all the bands I feel that don't get a lot of exposure in the scene, bands that are really doing something that's unique and special, and, you know, not just run-of-the-mill crap. You know, unfortunately, a lot, new music today is good new music is few and far between.
That's yes. Run-of-the-mill crap is Middle America. Sorry, but it seems MySpace and the whole online community has really opened up a lot of audiences to finding the type of music that they're interested in, like rockabilly and surf. And
absolutely, and I'm a big fan of MySpace because it gives people, the small guys, the opportunity to get themselves out there, whereas you didn't have that opportunity, say, 5-10 years ago.
And you guys have your own MySpace page. Where can people...
It's Tremors Rockabilly, I believe, is the...
TremorsRockabilly.com is our website. MySpace.com/TheTremors.
Absolutely.
Excellent. And where can people can look and buy your merchandise on that same website?
We have single tracks for sale. On the site via one of the digital downloads. I forget the name off the top of my head, but it's on the
CD,
page.
Man.
Oh yes, we have a fantastic new CD out. It's in 3D with 3D glasses.
Oh my!
Get your fantastic comic book
Glow
3D
in the dark
action.
singles, glow in the dark T-shirts.
Here, why don't I pass the mic to you?
No, but yeah, you know, we did 3D art on our latest CD, and I guess we're gonna be going back in the studio sometime soon here and recording a new one.
Excellent, excellent. Well, you gotta love glow in the dark. We're all about that.
Oh yeah.
Glow in the dark brains.
Oh, we have glow in the dark T-shirts, CDs, and records.
Excellent.
It's fantastic.
Well, get on over to their website. What are you guys waiting for? Oh, you're watching our show. Well, after our show, get over to the website and check it out. Well, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Not that you really had a choice, but we're going to go live to the Tremors playing here at the Cave.
Oh.
Check it out. Some of the filmmakers from the independently produced horror film Mental Scars. I captured them a few weeks ago and totally forgot about them. Fell right into my pit.
You go first, Mischa.
Yes, well, we made a horror film just for you. Takes place in a huge junkyard where we have our killer David Taggart running around slashing people.
Oh my word. Well, while you're here, why don't you tell us a little bit about the project called Mental Scars? Ha!
Yes, this film is an incredible film. We think that people are really going to like it. It's got a great backstory. It's got Native American flavor. It's got killings. It's got mystery. And we think you're going to want to see it soon. Check out our website, www.mentalscars.com, and see the official trailer of Mental Scars.
And be very afraid.
So where did you make this exciting project at?
We made the film in Indianapolis, Indiana. We shot about 75% of the film there. Then we continued the journey in Atlanta, Georgia, where we shot 25% of the film.
Really? Fantastic. And can you tell us, possibly, our viewers at home, a little bit about where the idea for the film germinated?
May I talk about that?
Please do.
Thank you. Well, it all started when I was 8 years old. Young and vulnerable. I was living in Niagara Falls, New York, my hometown. I was kind of foraging for cans in my paternal uncle's junkyard, and I happened to get lost in the junkyard. And I saw this silhouette kind of swaying back and forth, making a creaking sensation. And of course, it scared the little daylights out of me. And I realized that was just a bunch of, thank you, sir, a bunch of metal scraps kind of force-fitted to look like a silhouette. And that's when David Taggart was born. I can see that this dirty old pauper living in a junkyard with a long black hair, black attire like a trench coat, a lacerated face, and only I know that he's there. No one else does. That's how it all started.
Absolutely. I get on into the project when I met Mr. Myles at our current job. We both work for DHS, Department of Homeland Security. And he had asked me to come over for this new concept that he'd come up with. I had taken some pictures, and so in Hawaii, where I'm from, and I had done that professionally. So he said, could you stop by and take a look at this and take some pictures, tell me what you think. And when I saw the original character, I was like, ooh, that has got to be a film. We gotta make this into a film. I love the character. It just was absolutely incredible. I knew it right from the beginning. And he did. He said, I'm writing a script. I said, you're kidding. Let's do it. So shortly thereafter, we shot a little short, a movie short. It was about 20 minutes long. It was called Taggart, The Nightmare Begins, and we did it on a little handy cam. And we, added our little special effects and flavor, and it came to life. And that's how we procured investors.
Boy, did it come to life. You can see that.
Fantastic. One of the biggest hurdles about independent filmmaking is finding funding. I wonder how you guys achieved to get your project paid for.
It was a nightmare on Taggart Street. Well, basically, when we talk about
Please
that,
do.
Basically, it's all about having belief in your product. Knowing with conviction that, this is going to make it. This is going to be successful. And just that sheer enthusiasm, people can read you. Most people are perceptive, and they can tell that you're genuine. And I think with our investors, they knew that Mischa and I had a vision with this project. They knew that this was going to lead to fruition. It's all about the energy, the dynamics, the determinism, the ambition, all of those dynamics into one. That's what made it happen. And when they saw that, they were like, you know what? We have to do this. We have to, fund this film. We see, potential here. And when they saw the character, like Mischa was saying, it's like, oh my God, they knew right away that this was going to be the next franchise.
And they knew also that with that conviction, they knew that we were not quitters. They knew no matter what we went through, it didn't matter that we both still had and maintained full-time jobs.
That is correct.
We were working on the project not only after filming or during the filming, after filming, when we went into post, Rich was working on composing music on his lunch breaks, you know, on a laptop. So again, they just knew that the drive that we had would make it go all the way. And we truly, truly believe in this project. And we think that once, you know, big companies see it, it's going to get picked up. It's going to be the next Freddy. It's going to be the next Jason. We think this is the next horror icon that people are craving for. They're tired of the remakes. They want something new and fresh. This is it.
That's fantastic. And what do you say to all those other jerks out there who want to make movies?
Believe in yourself. Don't give up on your dreams. Surround yourself with dream makers as opposed to dream breakers. If somebody tells you no, that is not the end. You know, that's not the end of the journey. You have to keep on going until you make it. And it's all about believing in yourself, you know, and nobody has the power or right to determine your destination, only you do.
Absolutely, and to continue with that, you will be faced with many, 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 many obstacles and hurdles. And you need to sidestep them, jump over them, do whatever you need to do. And most of all, you will go through a lot of pain, personal and professional pain. You know, you're going to give up a lot of things, and a lot of things are going to be affected by you believing in the project. The ones that are closest to you are the hardest to convince.
And that's friends and family.
That's friends, family, you know, it's all part of that. Because, you know, they think that you're just in it and it's a fun and games at first, but when they see that you're investing your life, literally hours upon hours of work, from the time we get off of our full-time jobs until 3, 4 in the morning, we're still working. It doesn't end when I yell cut. You know, as an executive producer, if you're the one that's getting the funding and all that, you need to continue on. And don't forget that.
And I didn't realize how precious time is.
Yes.
Every minute counts.
It sure does.
Literally every minute. And when you're in a situation that we're in, you literally have to structure every millisecond of your day. Every millisecond.
And just because the camera stops does not mean that the job is done either.
No, that is correct.
Trying to get the contacts you need to get the film out there, media, magazine, both local and national, it's not an easy process. Getting to the right audience is key. It's helped that other work that I've done in the industry with the magazines, the DVD companies, actors and actresses, you'll find that you'll really lean on all of your resources to get your film out there. And that's when you really do find out who your friends are and who they aren't.
Absolutely.
And Michael Jones, our special effects artist, has been an invaluable asset to Viper Productions and Mental Scars. And we're just so blessed and honored to have him, you know, with us. He has just been so helpful in many, many ways that we couldn't have done it without him.
He's not just our special effects artist. He's also a writer, an actor, and apparently he can do promotions as well. So
yes.
You know, if you are out there trying to make it, tap into every single resource you have, because you cannot do it by yourself. Because no matter what you do, no matter how much you think you can do it, it becomes overwhelming. You need help.
Yes. And never be afraid to humble yourself to ask for help.
Absolutely.
Because we all need help.
Absolutely.
I noted that you guys shot your film in 35mm. How interesting. I wonder how that affected how you approached the shoot.
Yeah, 35 is a whole different world. It really is. When you shoot in HD or digital, which is great, you know, we also do that as an independent company for Viper Productions. But when you shoot in 35, you really step up to the big leagues. And I say that because everything is compounded exponentially. You know, whether it be the lighting, the setups. You know, we do a little setup and it takes 4 hours for them to light it for me. And, you know, we probably only get 20 seconds out of the whole thing, you know, the shoot. So again, moving the camera around, putting it on a dolly, you know, all that kind of stuff, laying out the dolly track, 2 to 3 hours just to lay out the track and get those nice fluid motion shots you want. You know, very, very difficult as opposed to putting it on a little tripod or something that's very easy to carry. It takes 2 people to run a 35mm camera. You know, it's not easy. There's a lot of measuring they have to do. There's a lot of technical things that just don't happen with HD and digital filming.
And film is not cheap.
And film is very, very, very expensive.
Scary expensive.
And so you don't want to mess things up. The actors get very, very nervous because they know in their heads it's expensive. If something happens, you know, or they mess up, you got to reshoot it, and it's costing money every single time you do that. Whereas, you know, you shoot on digital or you shoot on HD, you know, the tape is a lot cheaper.
Fantastic. And what's up next for you crazy bastards?
Well, once we're looking for distribution. We're already working on some overseas distribution now. And so we're looking to get distribution here in the United States, domestic. So once that happens, we're looking for part 2.
Yep, part 2. And
And
other projects too.
And yes, we do have some other projects. And again, we're looking for Mental Scars not to just be a film that we put out there, but a franchise. And we say that as if you go to our memorabilia page, we already have jackets, shirts, t-shirts, coffee mugs, stuff like that already in place.
And a doll.
And a doll that we have.
Action
figure.
Excuse me, action figure.
Yes,
It's a prototype.
Yes, we have all that in place. So when we do get picked up and everything, that the distribution companies see that we are very, very serious. Again, if you think big, you're going to be big. You know, that's another great piece of advice we'd like to give to those independent filmmakers out there. If you think small, that's all you're going to get is small. You know, if you think, I just want to make enough money so I can make another film, that's all you're ever going to get. You have to think huge. You have to think
believe
big. Believe in yourself.
Don't be unrealistic.
Yes.
Just believe in yourself.
Absolutely.
And knowing with conviction it's going to be successful.
Absolutely.
So, not a scintilla of doubt.
Right.
Finally. Time for the big dollars.
This is Mischa, executive producer for Mental Scars.
This is Michael Jones, makeup effects supervisor for Mental Scars.
This is Richard Myles, executive producer and the star of Mental Scars.
And you're watching Monster
Creature.
Feature!
Hey, Ormon, we're done, right?
We gave you what you want. Can you please let us go?
How do we get out of here?
I don't know.
How did we get here?
It's all your fault.
It's your fault.
Oh, it's my fault again, right?
I'm telling you, he didn't pay the bill.
I did pay my bills. Hello?
Didn't pay the bill.
Well, if it bounced, who cares? I want to get out of here.
Well, no. I hope you enjoy eating bugs and sampling your own urine. You're in there for the long haul, guys. Oh, excellent.
Hello.
It seems we have another call ringing on through. Let's see who that is. Hello.
You say you love me. I let you touch my cornea. I know you there. Pick up, Ormon. I love you. Look, me big fan. Me love you so. Please call me. I love you.
Phew. That was close, let me tell you. I gotta get an unlisted plasmatron. Oh. Looks like that's all the time we have for this week on Monster Creature Feature. I want to remind you again about Trash-O-Rama happening May the 9th down at Tavern 11. It's going to be a great day of hot rods, rockabilly, burlesque, and all kinds of creepy, crazy things going on, so you want to be sure to check that out. Downtown Raleigh, Tavern 11. Be sure to check us out at the web at www.mcftv.com, where we have all new streaming content and cool things to lighten your wallets by. You can email us with questions or comments to grimsby@mcftv.com. So, for Monster Creature Feature, this has been your host, Ormon Grimsby, also known as The Undertaker, saying goodnight. And may all your dreams be nightmares. Ow.